Unleashing the Power of Resilience, the untold stories of Black entrepreneurs. Welcome to the Black CEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of entrepreneurship and uncover the raw, unfiltered truths that can transform your business and your life. I'm your host, and today we're in for a treat that's going to shake up your world and challenge everything you thought you knew about success. Before we dive in, I want to give a special shout out to the incredible Naikia Grays, whose wisdom and insights have been the catalyst for today's talk. Naikia isn't just an entrepreneur, she's a force of nature, a beacon of hope, and a living testament to the power of resilience. Her work in empowering Black professionals and entrepreneurs has quite literally changed the landscape of business as we know it. Naikia, if you're listening, know that your impact ripples far beyond what you can see. You're not just changing lives, you're reshaping destinies. Now, buckle up, folks, because we're about to embark on a journey that's going to challenge you, inspire you, and maybe even make you a little uncomfortable. But hey, that's where the magic happens, right? Let's kick things off with a question that might make you squirm in your seat. What's your excuse? Yeah, you heard me right. What's that little voice in your head telling you about why you can't succeed, why you can't take that leap, why you can't be the next big thing in your industry? Is it the color of your skin, the balance in your bank account, the zip code you grew up in? Whatever it is, I want you to take that excuse and hold it up to the light, because today we're going to shatter those excuses into a million pieces and replace them with something far more powerful: the unshakable belief in your own resilience and potential. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Easy for you to say, you don't know my struggles, and you're right, I don't. But what I do know is this: for every excuse you have, there's a Black entrepreneur out there who faced the same obstacle and didn't just overcome it. They turned it into their superpower. Take Vivian Kaye, for instance. Vivian didn't just see a gap in the market for high quality textured hair extensions for Black women. She saw a chasm, a void so vast it could have swallowed her whole. But instead of being intimidated, Vivian got creative. She got scrappy. She got resilient. Picture this. It's 2012, and Vivian's standing in her kitchen, surrounded by hair samples, her laptop open to yet another How to Start a Business article. She's got no fancy MBA, no rich uncle to bankroll her dreams, just a burning desire to serve Black women who'd been overlooked by the beauty industry for far too long. Fast forward to 2016, and Kinky Curlyaki hits its first million in annual revenue. But here's the kicker: Vivian didn't stop there. Oh no, she was just getting started. Today, Kinky Curlyaki is a seven-figure business, and Vivian, she's the founder of a 500-person strong membership called Founders Fund, supporting other women entrepreneurs. Now, let me ask you this: what if Vivian had listened to the doubters? What if she looked at the beauty industry giants and thought, I can't compete with that? We'd have a world with fewer Black women feeling beautiful and confident, fewer entrepreneurs believing in their dreams, and a whole lot less fabulous hair walking down the street. But Vivian's story isn't just about hair or money. It's about the ripple effect of resilience. It's about how one person's refusal to give up can create waves of opportunity for an entire community. And let me tell you, that's a beautiful thing to witness. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something that might make some of you uncomfortable: self confidence. Not the Instagram filter kind of confidence, not the fake it till you make it bravado. I'm talking about the deep, unshakable belief in yourself that can weather any storm. And who better to illustrate this than Janice Bryant Howroyd? Janice's story isn't just inspiring, it's downright revolutionary. Born in 1952 in the segregated South, Janice was one of 11 children. Now, close your eyes for a moment and imagine that scene. Jim Crow laws in full effect. Opportunities for Black folks, especially Black women, were about as common as snow in the Sahara. But Janice, she looked at that world of no and decided to build her own world of yes. She focused on education, not just as a way out, but as a way up. And when the corporate world wasn't ready for her brilliance, she created her own company, the Act One Group. Now, here's where it gets really good. Janice didn't just build a successful company, she built an empire. The Actone Group became a $1 billion company under her leadership, making Janice the first African American woman to found and own a $1 billion company. Let that sink in for a moment. From segregation to $1 billion. If that doesn't light a fire under your aspirations, I don't know what will. But here's the thing about Janice's story that really gets me. It's not just about the money. It's about the audacity of self-belief. It's about looking at a world that's telling you no at every turn and saying, watch me. And that, my friends, is the power of self-confidence. It's not about being arrogant or thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing your worth, recognizing your potential, and refusing to let anyone, including that doubtful voice in your own head, tell you what you can or can't achieve. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's great for Janice, but my situation is different. I don't have her talents, her opportunities. And to that, I say hogwash. Janice's talent wasn't some magical gift bestowed upon her at birth. Her opportunity wasn't handed to her on a silver platter. Her talent was her resilience. Her opportunity was her unwavering self-belief. And guess what? You have those same tools at your disposal right now, today. The question is, are you brave enough to use them? But let's be real for a moment. Building resilience and self-confidence isn't always a solo journey. Sometimes we need a little help from our friends. And that brings us to our third key ingredient for success: community. Enter Pinky Cole, the mastermind behind Slutty Vegan. Now, before you get all hot and bothered by the name, let me tell you, this woman is a marketing genius. In a world where vegan food was often seen as bland and boring, Pinky created a brand so provocative, so in your face, that people couldn't help but take notice. But Pinky's genius goes far beyond clever naming. In 2022, while other businesses were still reeling from the pandemic, Slutty Vegan grew by a whopping 50%. How's that for defying expectations? But here's where Pinky's story really gets juicy. She didn't just build a successful business, she created a movement. Slutty Vegan has helped over 1,000 Black and Latinx women increase their net worth. Let that marinate for a moment. One woman's vision, one provocative brand name, and suddenly we've got 1,000 women building generational wealth. That, my friends, is the power of community. It's about recognizing that our success isn't just about us. It's about lifting as we climb, about creating opportunities, not just for ourselves, but for our entire community. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's all well and good for them, but my situation is different. I don't have those opportunities. I face too many obstacles. And to that, I say challenge accepted. Now, let's talk about obstacles for a moment. You know what an obstacle really is? It's an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance to get creative, to innovate, to prove to yourself and the world just how resilient you really are. Think about it. Vivian Kaye didn't look at the lack of quality hair products for Black women and think, well, that's too bad. She saw an opportunity to revolutionize an industry. Janice Bryant Howroyd didn't look at segregation and think, well, I guess this is my lot in life. She saw an opportunity to rewrite the rules of business. Pinky Cole didn't look at the saturated food industry and think, there's no room for me. She created her own room, painted it neon, and threw a party that everyone wanted to attend. Your obstacles, they're not roadblocks. They're stepping stones. They're the raw material from which you'll build your empire. But here's the catch. You got to be willing to see them that way. And that, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road. It's where we separate the dreamers from the doers, the wishers from the achievers. It's where we find out who's really ready to embrace their resilience, to cultivate their self-confidence, to tap into the power of their community. So let me ask you this. Are you ready? Are you ready to stop making excuses and start making history? Are you ready to look at your obstacles, not as barriers, but as opportunities? Are you ready to believe in yourself with the same ferocity that Janice Bryant Howroyd believed in herself when she built $1 billion company from scratch? Because here's the truth. The world needs your vision. The world needs your innovation. The world needs your leadership. As Black entrepreneurs, we bring a unique perspective, a resilience forged in the fires of adversity, a creativity born from necessity. And let me tell you, the world is hungry for what we have to offer, but it's not going to be easy. Success rarely is. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face doubters. You're going to face moments when giving up seems like the only option. And in those moments, I want you to remember the stories we've shared today. Remember Vivian Kaye standing in her kitchen, turning her frustration with the beauty industry into $1 million business. Remember Janice Bryant Howroyd rising from segregation to build $1 billion empire. Remember Pinky Cole using a provocative name and a whole lot of hustle to create wealth for 1,000 women. And then I want you to ask yourself, what's my story going to be? What obstacle am I going to turn into an opportunity? What doubt am I going to transform into determination? Because here's the thing, your story isn't written yet. Your chapter in the book of Black excellence is still being drafted. And you, my friend, you're holding the pen. So what are you going to write? Are you going to pen a tale of what ifs and if onlys? Or are you going to write an epic saga of resilience, of self confidence, of community uplift that will inspire generations to come? The choice is yours. But let me tell you this, I believe in you. Naikia Grays believes in you. Vivian Kaye, Janice Bryant Howroyd, and Pinky Cole believe in you. And most importantly, somewhere deep down beneath the layers of doubt and fear, you believe in you too. It's time to let that belief shine. It's time to let your resilience roar. It's time to let your confidence soar. It's time to tap into the power of your community and create something bigger than yourself, because you're not just building a business. You're not just chasing success. You're carrying on a legacy of Black excellence that stretches back generations. You're paving the way for those who will come after you. You're redefining what's possible, not just for yourself, but for an entire community. So as we wrap up today's talk, I want to leave you with a challenge. Over the next week, I want you to do three things. First, write down three instances where you showed resilience in the face of adversity. They don't have to be big things, even small acts of perseverance count. The goal is to remind yourself of your own strength and resilience. Second, every morning when you wake up, look in the mirror and tell yourself one thing you're proud of about yourself or your business. It might feel awkward at first, but stick with it. You're building your self confidence muscle. Third, reach out to someone in your community, a fellow entrepreneur, a mentor, or even someone you admire from afar, and offer your support or ask for theirs. Remember, we rise by lifting others. And here's a bonus challenge for the overachievers out there. I want you to dream bigger. Whatever goal you set for yourself, I want you to double it, triple it. Make it so audacious that it scares you a little. Because that fear, that's just excitement in disguise. That's the thrill of pushing beyond your comfort zone, of daring to redefine what's possible. Remember, every great business, every world-changing innovation started with someone who dared to believe in themselves and their vision. Why not you? Why not now? You have within you the same resilience that allowed Vivian Kaye to build $1 million business from scratch. You have the same potential for self-confidence that propelled Janice Bryant Howroyd from segregation to billions. You have the same capacity for community impact as Pinky Cole. The question is, are you ready to unleash these powers? Are you ready to push past your comfort zone, to believe in yourself even when it's hard, to lift others as you climb? Are you ready to rewrite the narrative of what's possible for Black entrepreneurs? Because here's the truth. The world needs your vision, your innovation, your leadership. The challenges we face as a community and as a society require the unique perspectives and solutions that you as Black entrepreneurs bring to the table. Your success is not just about you, it's about paving the way for those who will come after you, about creating generational wealth and opportunity, about reshaping industries and economies to be more inclusive and equitable. So, as you leave this podcast today, I want you to carry with you this fundamental truth. You are resilient, you are capable, you are worthy of success, and you are not alone. The road ahead may be challenging, but with resilience, self confidence, and community, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Now, go out there and show the world what Black excellence really looks like. Show them the power of resilience, the strength of self confidence, the force of community. Show them that when we come together, when we believe in ourselves, when we refuse to be defined by our obstacles, we don't just succeed, we soar. Your time is now. Your moment is here. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to unleash your power, to embrace your resilience, to step into your greatness. You know, remember, in the grand story of Black entrepreneurship, you're not just a character, you're the author. So pick up that pen, my friend, and write a story so bold, so inspiring, so undeniably brilliant that the generations to come will look back and say, that's when everything changed. That's when we showed the world what we're really capable of. The stage is set, the spotlight is on, and the world is waiting with bated breath to see what you'll do next. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and step into your power, because this This is just the beginning of your extraordinary journey. Now go out there and make history. We'll be right here cheering you on every step of the way. The future of Black entrepreneurship is bright, and you, my friend, you're the one holding the torch. So let it shine, let it blaze, let it light the way for all who will follow. Your resilience is your superpower. Your self-confidence is your shield, and your community is your strength. Use them wisely, use them often, and watch as they transform not just your business, but your entire life. As we close, I want to express my deepest gratitude once again to Naikia Grays for sharing her wisdom and experiences. Her insights have not only enriched this podcast, but have the potential to ignite a spark in countless Black entrepreneurs who are ready to embrace their resilience and step into their power. This is more than just business advice. It's a call to action. It's an invitation to reimagine what's possible, to redefine success on your own terms, and to create a legacy that will inspire generations to come. So go forth with courage, with confidence, and with the unwavering belief that you have what it takes to succeed. And remember, every time you face a challenge, every time doubt creeps in, every time the road seems too tough, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself this: what would Vivian do? What would Janice do? What would Pinky do? Then square your shoulders, lift your chin, and show the world what you can do, because you're not just an entrepreneur. You're a trailblazer, a history maker, a game changer, and the world better get ready, because you're about to show them what Black excellence truly looks like. So are you ready? Are you fired up? Are you prepared to turn your obstacles into opportunities, your doubts into determination, your setbacks into comebacks? Because I'll tell you what, I'm ready, I'm fired up, and I can't wait to see what incredible things you're going to achieve. Now go out there and make us proud. Show the world the unstoppable force of Black entrepreneurship. And remember, no matter what challenges you face, no matter how tough the journey gets, you got this. We've got this. Together, we're unstoppable. The future is ours for the taking. Let's go claim it.